This is an Arduino project that I'm working on that is a servo motor and a DC motor controlled with an IR remote. And I'll be developing this on my channel, so make sure you subscribe for updates. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello everybody, welcome back. And if you're new to this channel, I am Kelvin J. Roberts. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe now. This is going to be something a little different I'm going to do. I'm going to try to take this and develop it into more. Well, basically, I'm going to do more development with it. If you're familiar with my channel, if you go back and browse my older videos, you will see a lot of Arduino and Raspberry Pi projects that don't really show the development process. It seems like a bunch of random videos, but this one I'm going to develop ongoing further. I have the Arduino here. I have actual wall power. And what I'm going to do is take it down to a ATmega 328 or this ATmega 328. The difference between the two is this one with the labels has a bootloader already installed on it. I could use Arduino code on it and an Arduino ID. The other one does not. But if you look closer, I have an RGB LED. I have a temperature sensor. I'm not using it yet. But I have the IR receiver for the remote control that I'm going to be using. And I got that from SparkFun. I have the capacitor on here because there was interference when I was using these motors. And a bunch of codes weren't recognized when I pressed keys. If you look at the top right, you'll see an H-bridge that I'm using to control the DC motor so that it can go in both directions. And I can also change the speed. And this is the H-bridge right here. Okay. Later on, I'm going to be using a board similar to this and make it much smaller. And we'll see how that turns out. I have to hold this because if I move it, it's going to tip over because the weight isn't distributed properly or most effectively right now. But I'm going to change that in the future. That's what I'm going to be developing. So all I have to do now is press this button and it turns it on, and it toggles the actual directions each time I press this button. And you can also see the LED changes. So it goes in one direction, then it goes off, and then it goes into the other direction, and then back off. So I can also speed the fan up. So you basically give it a value between 0 and 255. And when it comes on, I set it about 50 or 100, something like that. So I can make it speed up, I can make it go slower as well. And I really had a lot of fun developing this. And I set predetermined positions for the servo motor. So it's like 3 positions. It's basically 180, 0, and 90 or somewhere near that. And it gets stuck because I don't have the wires wired properly, but you know, I'll be fixing that in the future too. Cable management is essential when you're doing anything. So that's something you have to think about when you're developing stuff. So I can also do fine movements as well. So I could turn it all the way back to 0, and then I can also go all the way back to about around 180 if I go in the other direction. So I'll be trying to develop this in the future in the next coming weeks and months. I'll make it nice, small, and tidy. And I'll try to contain everything within this little hoverboard fan I got. So that's where I really got this fan from. I bought it for like $5 and it was part of a hoverboard little system that I couldn't get to work because I tore the cardboard that it used to hover. But that's what I'm working on, and see you in the future. We'll be developing this further.